Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Lewis Speaks 2021, and today I want to talk to you about the economics of time and attention. Your time is valuable, your attention is valuable. In fact, your attention is currency. What you give your time and attention to is what grows. A lot of people try and take our time. You have to, what I'm learning is that you have to be the guardian of your time. You have to be the sentinel of your days, because people these days, they just want to waste your time. A lot of people these days have a tendency to show up to places late. And to me, lateness is a sign of disrespect. Why is it a sign of disrespect? Because for one, it's not factoring in the other person's day or the other person's obligations, you know. And as I get older and more mature, I start to realize that I don't have time to waste. When you're in your 20s, of course, you feel like you have this endless supply of time. But as you get older, you start to realize that you've wasted your time in so many things that were just fruitless. And you don't want to waste not another minute on inconsequential things or inconsequential people. And so, me personally, I'm of the orientation that if you are late, if you have a habit of excessive tardiness, then we can't be friends. I cannot relate to people who are chronically late, because I'm on a different page. And I realize that the more consistent I am with myself, with my workouts, with my behaviors, with my schedule, I have less tolerance for people who are inconsistent with me and who devalue my time, And that goes right along with attention, because a lot of times we give our attention to people that really don't deserve it. We give our attention to things that really don't deserve our attention. And I'm realizing it's important that you starve certain situations and certain people by not giving them your attention. Just getting up and walking away. Don't even entertain their nonsense, because a lot of people are looking for an audience. And when you are empathic, you naturally provide an audience. You basically just listen and you cater and you fall into someone else's story. And to be honest, that's doing yourself a disservice. That is doing you a disservice. I'm learning that what you focus on is what grows. If you focus on negativity, if you focus on negative people, if you focus so much on what someone else is doing versus what you want and what you're doing, you're basically robbing yourself. You're stealing from yourself. You're always focusing on what, because I realize a lot of us live in reactivity mode. We're always reacting to someone else's behavior. They do this, then we do that, and we do that, instead of making our own path and doing our own thing and trailblazing. We're always in reaction mode. And I realize I'm done with that. I'm done with, people could do whatever they want to do. That's on them. I'm on some other stuff. I'm on the next page. I don't owe nobody no explanation. I don't owe them my attention. I owe them nothing. I pay them dust. Especially ones who make it clear to me that they don't value me, that they really they're okay with leaving me confused or leaving me in a poor emotional state. They don't care about how you feel. If they're not feeding you, effing you, or financing you, why should you give your attention to these people or your time and energy? And I had a conversation last night with my mom, and she said that, and she said something really true. She said that I care too much about things that don't really deserve my concern. I care too much about people that have made it clear to me that they are not really invested in me. I care too much about the relationships, trying to salvage relationships when, do other people care as much? I'm always the one that's over functioning in relationships. And I realize that when you over function in relationships, you give other people the permission to underfunction. You give them the silent permission to underfunction because they already know that you're going to do everything. They already know that you're going to give your attention, your time to the cause. So they just fall back. They coast because they know you got it. So what you got to do, you got to show them that they need to kick in. And for one, you need to just, for one, budget your time and budget your attention because people don't deserve it. They don't deserve, a lot of people don't deserve your time and attention. Your time, your attention is currency. It's like money. And a lot of people will try to steal that money. Budget accordingly. Invest your time in places where it sees growth. If you're not seeing growth with a person, if you're investing your time, and you're not seeing any movement, it's time to rethink that. It's time to rethink it and move on. Because like I said, when you waste your time, you waste your life. You're spending your time in these toxic relationships, spending your time in these toxic friendships with people that don't care about wasting your time. They don't care. They take your time because they just are ill-concerned. Don't, like I said, don't even dignify it with your attention. Just make moves. I'm of the orientation where I'm done explaining to adults basic concepts of friendship, relationships. I'm done with that. I'm done. That's the past. From now on, if you don't know how to be a friend, if you don't know how to be in a relationship, you out. You just out. I told you, now I'm going to have to show you. No more talking, I'm walking. That's my new 2021 mantra. I'm not talking no more. I'm not going to keep on going through these emotional exchanges back and forth, only to not be heard anyway. What's the point? It's pointless. So my thing is this. My new thing is I'm doing me. I'm doing me. I'm investing in me. I'm putting all that time and attention that I externalized, and I'm bringing it back to the middle because I can no longer invest in people that are not going to invest back. Can't do it. So I encourage everybody out there to be very economical with your time and attention. Not everybody deserves the gift that is you. Remember that. Not everybody deserves your investment. And a lot of people just want your time and attention just for their own egos, just to bolster their ego. And that doesn't serve you. Being food for their ego does not serve you. So, gotta go. So, I wish everybody a wonderful day. Peace.